just a lot of misconceptions. Like, I thought that I had to be dressed prim and proper every second that I was in London, okay? That is not the case.
No.
We arrived... Marty and I got into...
a full country dress code.
Marty and I got into the funniest fight before we left because I... was getting very anxious. I kind of get anxious when I leave home. Like, I'm somebody who likes being comfortable in my own space. So I get a little anxious and I take it out in different places. And I know it's because we're leaving and I had thought, like, we're going on tour this week. Like, there's so much going on. And we were packing and I had gotten Marty this really cool suede jacket for Christmas, and he's worn it a couple times now. I really like it, and I was like, oh, you should pack that for London, it would be perfect. So he's packing and he's like, oh my god, I think I left my suede jacket at my brother's when we were there, because I knew he wore it there. And he was like, or it's in your car. And he was like, I'm gonna go check in your car. So he goes and checks in the car, it's not there, and he comes back and he's like, I think I left it. And I was like, really? You left the jacket I got you at your brother's? So you don't like the jacket? Yeah. And I was like, and now you don't have a nice jacket.
Now you don't have a nice jacket.
I was like, you don't have a nice jacket to wear in London. I was like, what are you gonna wear?
How dare you walk the streets of London without your suede jacket?
I was like, what are you gonna wear in London? He was like, yeah, I'm fully packed. I have plenty of other jackets. Yeah. And I was like, but that one's the nicest one you have. And then I went in the shower and I started cracking up, and he heard me and he came in and he was like, are you reflecting on what you just did out there? And I was like, absolutely. I was cracking up. I was like, I can't believe I just took my like travel anxieties out on you just not having this jacket. So when we got there, we were in sweatpants. Like,
but wouldn't he have looked so nice?
He would have looked. It would have looked so nice. But he had other great jackets. But when we got there, we were in full loungewear from the plane, like sweatpants, whatever. And we got there, we checked into our hotel by 9:30, and he was like, you want to go walk around? And I was like, we can't go walk around like this. Look at me. Like, I'm in full. And he was like, Priya, yes, you can. Yeah. You can walk the streets.
You can walk the streets.
In sweatpants. It's going to be okay. And I was like, all right, like, let me just fix my hair a little bit. So, like, fix myself up a little bit. We walked down. Everybody was in sweatpants. Yeah. Everybody was in loungewear on the streets. I was like, okay. So my first thing that I wrote down was, you can dress however you want. Yeah. Like, there is no dress code in London that you need to, because Kelly Martin, our booker, who has been to London, really put a lot of pressure on me on what to wear there. I am so happy I didn't listen to her.
I think Americans put a lot of pressure on themselves when they're traveling anywhere in Europe also, because it's like you don't want to be judged as a
filthy
American. That you're like, oh, I gotta look nice.
Let me tell you,
because people always say that about Paris. They're like, oh, you're walking. Don't you dare be in flip flops walking around Paris. You're gonna stand out like a sore thumb. Sore thumb.
On average, they're better dressed than us.
My thought was they dress well. I'll just say, like, the entire place is way cleaner and 100 times nicer than New York City in general. It's just an upgrade in New York City is what my takeaway from the trip was. What I thought London is how they portray New York City in Epcot. Yeah. like this city, clean streets.
Yeah.
It's disgusting here. London, it's pretty clean. But very similar dressing vibes as to New York City. So my first thought was, you could dress however you want. Marty turned to me and said this. He said, even the trash on the street is polite. Like, everything there is just nice. There's nothing more intimidating than a pack of London teenagers.
Oh, I can't. I mean, I've never experienced it, but just the thought sends a shiver down my spine.
They are so freaking cool.
Yeah.
Also, little kids. This little boy must have been, I don't know, no older than 5-6 years old. There's
the little accent.
There's 2 little girls and their mom sitting at a table. He comes in alone into the restaurant, all right? He comes in alone to the restaurant, sits down like this with the menu.
Yeah.
I was stunned. He was manning the table. He's like 5 or 6 years old. I was stunned. I couldn't believe what I was looking at. I'm glad I got to experience afternoon tea, but it's not for me. Although I do enjoy tea, I could only drink it for 1 hour at most. 3 hour afternoon tea.
I thought you were about to turn that into I thought you wrote a poem about that.
No. Just a long note about afternoon tea.
I enjoyed afternoon tea, but it was not for me.
That's perfect.
Go into a full poem.
That's what I would say. Afternoon tea, 3 hours
Yeah.
with just finger foods. So we did the afternoon tea at Sketch, which is like the cool bathrooms that you see around London. You have to do it. Everyone says to do it. Oh my God, I lost my diamond on my pen.
Yes.
To be clear. So we went to the afternoon tea, saw the bathrooms. The finger foods were fine. Like they were little finger sandwiches.
What are we talking, like cucumber sandwiches?
I like a cucumber sandwich.
So do I.
A little salmon sandwich.
Yeah.
Cool. We are now about to embark on a huge journey throughout the day. Big Ben, London Eye. What else did I say? Not Kensington, Buckingham Palace that day. We hadn't eaten the entire day after afternoon tea. I felt faint.
Yeah.
Then we went to this amazing Indian food restaurant called The Shoom. It was so fucking
Yum.
good. But yeah, afternoon tea, just not for me. I like tea a lot though. I enjoyed the tea.
Yeah.
But I really could drink it at any hour.
Good. You have a note about the food on there?
Yeah,
Okay, so
there's something.
Because I wanted to ask you if the...
So that's my next note, actually. Oh, well, one before that. The cars and buses drive way more smoothly there. Everything is just
I
smooth.
think that they're also just like better drivers.
They are. You don't feel afraid for your life if you get into a taxi.
Joe's
or an
brother-in-law
Uber.
is British. He's just a better driver.
Yeah.
How thrown off were you with the steering wheel being on the other side of the car?
At first,
Everything.
very thrown off, but I kind of expected it because
But it's
I
still
knew that
just
was
like,
the
As
whoa,
long
like,
as you're not the one driving, you know?
you know
it's
where
like,
it gets you when you're walking across the street? You look the wrong way.
yes. And then it says on the floor to like which way to look.
Yeah.
Did you go on the tube?
No,
Oh.
I went to go see the tube. Like, I saw it. I saw what it looked like on the inside.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't believe you didn't take the tube.
I walked everywhere.
It's a train.
It's a train.
But
It's an underground train.
It's an underground train.
it's better.
It's
Yeah.
a
Underground train.
So reminder to fit food into your exploring, or else you might feel faint.
Yeah.
That's one of my things. The food was the places I went to were really good.
Really
People have different thoughts about London food. Oh, London's not known for their food. If you go to the right spots,
Yeah.
they have amazing food. I had really amazing Italian food, and I had really amazing Indian food. So I was very happy with my experience with that.